have a business card pileup on your desk? Hi, I'm Greg Peters, the Reluctant Networker. And you know what? We're going to talk today a little bit about business cards. Now, you know what happens. You go to a networking event and you come home and you've got a bunch of business cards and you mean to follow up on them. In fact, you know it's important that you follow up on them. And so you put them on your desk so that you remember that tomorrow you are going to follow up on those cards. You're going to call those people or email them, whatever. And then tomorrow you get busy. And doesn't it happen? And you don't actually end up calling those people. That's okay, because you know what you're going to do is you're going to call them the next day. Well, the next day comes and you're busy again, and it gets kind of put off to the next day and the next day. And then what happens is you go to another networking event and you pick up another pile of cards. And you bring those home and you put them on your desk and on top of the other pile. And now you got a bigger pile to deal with. And you're still busy and still those cards aren't getting followed up on. And then you go to yet another networking event, come home with some more cards, and then another event, and you come home with some more cards. And now you've got this huge stack of cards that you've not followed up on. And every time you come and sit down at your desk, there's that stack just sitting there making you feel guilty. Isn't it awful? I mean, you know you were supposed to follow up on them. Well, you know what the problem is you don't have a system to deal with business cards. Now, until you come up with one of your own, I've got one that I've been using that seems to work pretty well. And we're going to talk about the first part of that today. And the first part is you're just going to divide these cards into two piles. And you can do this with either the cards you just brought home from an event or the ones that are sitting on your desk right now. And the first pile, you're going to take a look at that card and you're going to say, do I know that person? Can I put a face to the name? Do I remember the conversation? Do I even remember where I met them? If you don't, put it in pile number one. These might be the deck dealers, the ones that just shove their card into your hand. These might be the hardcore salespeople that you didn't want to be in touch with anyway. But you're going to put all those cards that you don't recognize in that first pile. The second pile is going to be for the ones that you do remember, the ones you do want to be in contact with, the ones that you can remember the conversation. If you do, then put them in the second pile. And then you're going to keep doing this. You're going to separate them. You can actually go through them fairly quickly. And I would guess that for most people, about 90% of those cards are going to end up in that first pile. Now, with the first pile, you're going to take those and throw them in the garbage because they're not doing you any good at all. Just take them and throw them away. Don't feel guilty about it because you know what? They didn't contact you either. Just let them go. You are never going to call upon them. You are never going to refer them. You would never put your reputation online for someone you don't know. With the other pile, on the back of the card, write an expiration date. Ideally, this is about 1 day for every 2 minutes you spoke with them, but do the best you can. If it's been a couple weeks and you at least have a good memory of the conversation you had, write it down that you got a couple days. Put those in the second pile. Now, you've at least gotten rid of 90% of your worry off your desk. Next time, we're going to talk about what to do with that second pile so you can turn those cards into good connections. All right. Hey, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Go ahead and comment down below. Maybe you've got a pile on your desk that's been bothering you for a while, or maybe you've got a great system. I would love to hear about that. Also, pass this video along to anyone who you know who also might have a pile of cards on their desk. They just need to have a little bit of an idea of how to get rid of them. If you've enjoyed what you've heard today, do be sure to subscribe to this channel. I'd love to keep in contact with you. And remember that your network is one of the ways that you are going to become successful in your life. So until next time, go out and create some great connections.